Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Wednesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Meany, and today's report includes Steelers in the mix for this wide receiver, Penn's draft pick making opening night roster, Mike Tomlin press conference news and notes, and more. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the Steel City Sports Report. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. Steelers in the mix for a wide receiver trade. Well, it seems like the phrase, good things come to those who wait, might be coming true for the Steelers. It seemed for months that the Steelers were going to complete a trade for 49ers wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk, but that whole saga fell through when Aiyuk re-signed in San Fran. Now, 4 weeks into this season, it is still very evident that the Steelers need more firepower on offense. As of right now, George Pickens has 20 receptions for 284 yards. You want to know how the other wide receivers are doing? A combined 14 receptions for 192 yards. This is very concerning, but the opportunity is right now for the Steelers to make the biggest splash move in the league. Las Vegas Raiders beat reporter Vincent Bonsignore reported yesterday that a league source with knowledge of the situation told him that the Raiders are growing open to the idea of trading frustrated three-time All-Pro wide receiver Davante Adams. Bonsignore also added that the Raiders have started to reach out to teams to gauge interest in Adams. NFL insiders Ian Rappaport and Mike Garafolo formally reported on Tuesday that Adams informed the Raiders brass that he would like to be traded. The elite wide receiver's trade request comes to nobody's surprise, as he has been vocal about his disdain for playing in Vegas going back to last season. On the Netflix series Receiver, Adams on the Raiders sideline last year said this: "I gotta get the out of here before I lose my life. I ain't never been hit this many times in my career. Every game I get up." That quote comes from Adams being thrown hospital balls constantly, while the Raiders are little brother in their division to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. On the Up and Adams show with Kay Adams, Davante was asked a question about people saying he may never play another down as a Raider, replying, "All I can control is this talk we're having right here, and then after we're done with this, all I can control is the next thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to get up in a minute and go get a nice workout in, and that's all I can control." This quote only fans the flames of Adams wanting out of Vegas. Steelers players are also fanning those flames. In another post from the Up and Adams show about an apparent disconnect between Adams and Raiders head coach Antonio Pierce, current Steelers running back Cordero Patterson commented, "Sounds like he wanna be a Steeler." Adams also just started following George Pickens on Instagram, so take that for what it's worth. Per ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter, the Raiders' starting point on trade compensation for the 31-year-old receiver is a second-round pick plus more. In his last 50 games, Adams has 319 catches for over 4,000 yards and 33 receiving TDs. From multiple NFL insiders, the teams that are currently confirmed to be monitoring the Adams situation is the Jets, with Adams' former quarterback in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, the Cowboys, and the Steelers. Other teams, such as the Chiefs, which a trade between Kansas City and Vegas seems highly unlikely as they are division rivals, the Ravens, and the Saints are also expected to have interest. The Steelers play the Raiders in Las Vegas next week on October 13th, so who knows what could happen between now and then. Omar Khan has most likely had interest in bringing in Adams going back to this offseason, and if he can get this done, then Adams will make a bigger impact than 10 Brandon Aiyuks ever could for the Steelers. Do you want to see the Steelers trade for Adams? I know I do. Let me know in the comments below. Steelers make flurry of roster moves. Within the past 24 hours, the Steelers have made the following roster moves. Guard James Daniels was placed on IR with an Achilles tear and is out for the remainder of the season. Guard Max Sharping has been signed to the active roster from the Commanders' practice squad. Defensive backs Jalen Elliott and Darius Rush have been released from the 53-man roster. Running back / fullback Jack Coletto and linebacker Marcus Haynes have been released from the practice squad. Linebackers Iku Leota and Jacoby Windman and running back LaMichael Pirine have been signed to the practice squad. And the Steelers have elevated running back Aaron Shamklin to the active roster from the practice squad. With these moves, I believe that now makes 52 players on the 53-man roster, meaning one more move, whether it be a signing or practice squad elevation, is yet to come. Mike Tomlin press conference news and notes. It is once again time for news and notes from Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin's Tuesday press conference. Once again, starting with everybody's favorite topic, the quarterbacks, Tomlin stated that the quarterback position will be the same, with Fields positioned as the starter against the Cowboys. Tomlin said, "I didn't feel any blink in Justin," meaning he thought Fields embraced the challenge of being down multiple scores to the Colts and played well to make the game competitive. However, Russell Wilson's participation in practice this week will be picking up. With the Steelers losing 2 offensive linemen in the past couple of weeks, they may be finally getting one back. Tomlin says that he is excited about the potential of guard Isaac Seumalo being back, and that he has a real shot to make it this time. Having Seumalo back would be wonderful news for the Steelers' offensive line, as besides Dan Moore Jr., it is currently being manned by 2 rookies and 2 second-year players. It will be interesting to see if Seumalo is healthy, whether Spencer Anderson or Mason McCormick will take over at right guard. With Fields getting another start and the possible return of Seumalo, there is a lot to expect from the Steelers' offense going up against a Cowboys defense without DeMarcus Lawrence or Micah Parsons. The last bit of injury news is that outside linebacker Alex Highsmith will once again be out this week. This sets up another start and a chance to bounce back from a rough Colts game for Nick Herbig. On to other aspects of Tomlin's press conference, he expressed displeasure with the performance of his defense for allowing 17 points on the first 3 drives for the Colts offense. He said, "We put them on the field for a reason. You quell the tone. If anything, we intensified the environment." Tomlin also mentioned that he got in touch with the NFL on Monday regarding the controversial penalty call on Minkah Fitzpatrick for his hit to Colts wide receiver Adonai Mitchell. He said the league told him that there was nothing wrong with Fitzpatrick's hit, which really helps now. And finally, Penn's 2024 draft pick making opening night roster. Can 2024 second-round pick Harrison Brunick make the Pittsburgh Penguins opening night roster? That possibility may not be too far-fetched. Since the start of training camp, the 18-year-old has looked so smooth on the ice with his skating, passing, and defensive work. In Tuesday night's home preseason game against the Detroit Red Wings, Brunick was dominant at both ends of the ice and looked like a veteran working alongside Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and others. Brunick and his D partner Marcus Pettersson outmatched the Wings, creating high-danger scoring opportunities and giving up none. Post-game, Penguins head coach Mike Sullivan had praise for Brunick, saying, "I thought he was terrific. He's making an impact. He's so active in the rush. He's active off the offensive blue line. He got a number of scoring chances. He was part of the goal. He's defending hard. We've really liked his progress throughout the course of camp. I think his confidence is growing. I thought he had another terrific game for us." This to me sounds like Sully is in love with Brunick, and without a doubt there is a hole in the Pens defense right now for him to start the season with the team. For most of training camp, 2 of the defensive pairs have been Chris Letang with Matt Grzelcyk and Ryan Graves with Jack St. Ivany. With Erik Karlsson out, Brunick has been paired with veteran Marcus Pettersson. If Karlsson is not good to go for the start of the season, the Penguins should give Brunick a 9-game trial. What this means is that Brunick can play in 9 regular season games before the Penguins decide to either send him to his junior team, the Kamloops Blazers, or keep him on the NHL roster, which would then burn a year off his entry-level contract. I think through his hard work and phenomenal play on the ice, Brunick has earned this 9-game trial. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up a Wednesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the Steel City Sports Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with some more Pittsburgh sports news.